Actually, are you getting so many messages right now? I just thought.
Thanks, Rob.
The intimidation factor.
You're very effective. They just Googled you and they knew not to fight with you.
Yeah, that's right.
Hopefully we actually, we don't have to do Zoom backup. Hey Rudy.
Hi Tim, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just hoping we actually hook up to
Melissa,
YouTube.
Tom, Rob, Pops.
Okay, everyone, we're about to go live. Right? We're about to go live.
Just tell me when we're live.
We are.
We're live?
I just need to get a copy to the website, so just give me 1 second.
All right. Tell me when I can hit.
We are live. Working.
Yeah, those are.
We good? I'd like to call the 7 p.m. work session meeting to order. Can I get a roll call, please?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Boonstra?
Here.
Ms. Fisher?
Here.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Here.
Mr. Madigan?
Yeah.
Mayor Shanley?
Here.
Please take notice that in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4 through 6 et sec, and in consideration of Executive Order Number 103 issued by Governor Murphy on March 9, 2020, declaring a state of emergency in the state of New Jersey, the Township Committee of the Township of Wyckoff does hereby notify the public that to protect the health, safety, and welfare of our citizens while ensuring the continued functioning of government, the meeting of the Township Committee of the Township of Wyckoff, scheduled for 7 p.m. Tuesday, October 20th at Wyckoff Town Hall, 340 Franklin Avenue, Wyckoff, New Jersey, 07481, will be conducted via the Township of Wyckoff's YouTube channel, and members of the public may call 201-891-7000, extension 222, should they wish to provide public comment during the 7 p.m. public comment period. Members of the public may also email their public comments to wyckoffclerk@wyckoff-nj.com before 4 p.m. on the date of the meeting. These comments will be read at the meeting during the public comment period. These measures are implemented to allow members of the public to observe the meeting via live streaming and to provide to the public the ability to comment before the meeting through written comments and during the meeting for public comment during the meeting. Due to the COVID-19 public health emergency, members of the public will not have access to Town Hall. This notice and agenda have been posted on the front door of Town Hall, facing Franklin Avenue, and on the Township's homepage, wyckoff-nj.com, at the quick link for minutes and agendas on Friday, October 16, 2020. Please select Township Committee and locate the date of the meeting to view documents such as resolutions and ordinances which would otherwise be made available. General instructions regarding access to the meeting will be posted on the Wyckoff website's homepage at wyckoff-nj.com as a news item on Friday, October 16, 2020 at 4:30 p.m. To view the live stream Township Committee meeting, please access the YouTube link, which will be posted on the Wyckoff website's homepage at wyckoff-nj.com as a news item immediately prior to the commencement of the meeting at approximately 6:55 p.m. on October 20th, 2020. To be notified of all future live stream Township meetings, please create a YouTube account and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Township of Wyckoff. In the event the YouTube platform modifies its connectivity protocols and does not announce these critical changes again in the future, instructions on how to view each meeting via Zoom technology will be posted at the news section of the Township's homepage, wyckoff-nj.com, before 7:10 p.m. This second method of conducting remote meetings is provided to ensure the continuity of government when platforms which the Township does not control establish unannounced changes, and will only be utilized if it is not possible to conduct the meeting via live stream on YouTube. As a precaution, for this Plan B, the following instructions are provided. Please locate the link on the news item announcing the Township Committee on the homepage of our website and use this link for the October 20, 2020 work session and business meeting set to begin at 7 p.m. This regular work session meeting of the Township Committee is now in session. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this meeting appears on our annual schedule of meetings. A copy of said annual schedule has been posted on the bulletin board of Memorial Town Hall. A copy has been filed with the municipal clerk, as well as the Record, the Ridgewood News, and the North Jersey Herald and News, all newspapers having a general circulation throughout the Township of Wyckoff. At least 48 hours prior to this meeting, the agenda thereof was similarly posted, filed, and emailed to said newspapers.
Thank you, Nancy. I'm going to flip 4 and 5 and move number 6 up to 4 and administer the oath of office to the probationary police officer, Joseph Benanti. So I'm going to go forward with that now. So let me grab this and administer the oath to officer. Let's see, where are we going to go with this? Well, good to see you. You want to have one of the family members hold the Bible?
You want to do it up here by the flag? Should we do it up here?
No, they'd have to come way forward.
Hey, Tim, Mayor, you
You want that?
want to do it up here by the flag?
What's that? I'd like to be by the flag.
So why don't you come up here?
All right, we could do it up here.
We'll clear out, and I'll clear
We've
out.
always done it down there.
Only me. Yeah, but it's nice for the photos, so
That's why I was looking for.
Officer
where the
Benanti
flag-
will, he'll have these pictures the rest of his life, so he wants to buy the flag.
Right. Okay. No, we've always had the flag down there, now up here, so. Why don't you gotta have your hand on the Bible.
We don't need to
So,
do that.
just, you know, you can do it right there.
Can you
I
get a
state
picture,
your
Bob?
name. You ready?
Bob, you want to get a picture of my camera?
There we go.
Here, here's mine.
Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Joseph Benanti,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance of the same,
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States and in this state,
in the United States and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
And I state your name.
And I, Joseph Benanti,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of probationary police officer,
probationary police officer,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
and that I will not use my office
and that I will not use my office
to grant preferential treatment,
to grant preferential treatment,
nor to seek personal gain,
nor to seek personal gain,
favor, or advantage
favor, or advantage
not available to the public,
not available to the public,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. You've got your pin that you may want to have somebody pin on you. Maybe Dave can help. Where it actually goes and how it goes. Give a little tip to his dad. So he doesn't get blood all over.
He already has a hurt arm. He doesn't need.
Kind of guided it.
Yeah. There's 2 holes.
Punch it in.
Pull up there. You guide it through the body back. Shoulder.
Stab him, you're on film, so you got lots of evidence.
I think bring it out the bottom hole, which isn't gonna work because you're in my undershirt right now.
You had your vest on, what would you use
Push it straight down. In and down. And out through the hole.
Do you want me to do it?
So where's my?
We need one of the ladies here for this.
I always does this.
It always
Guys just
does
aren't
work
good at
better.
this. They're just
You
not.
want me to do it?
Mom should always do it. Come on.
it?
Melanie, you should do it.
I know.
Yeah, come on.
Move aside.
You didn't
There we go.
practice.
Help is on the way. Help is on the way.
He's determined now.
Take it out.
Good luck now.
There you go.
Where's the cat?
Now we have the professional to do it. Perfect. She's already,
You keep talking, she's gonna stab you.
Yeah, right.
You get that
Right,
sling.
it's so sharp.
Need Band-Aids too.
You want big sister to do it.
there you go.
want triplet sister to do it?
You're up next.
There you go.
Good.
Hey.
Can we get a picture of Joe with the governing body?
Sure.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Where should I
Where,
stand?
you know what, where do you wanna, do you want us up here to do it? So governing body, come up here, we'll be by the flag.
Let me get out of the way. so.
So if I want to give you a congratulatory pat on the shoulder, which one would it be?
This one.
Okay, good. That's why I didn't go anywhere near the shoulders.
Where should I stand?
Right
Right there, right where you are.
You could, if you want, you can stand in front of me, I'm told.
I look weird on
Unless
my
you wanna
end.
go.
Now, it might look better
Bookend
if
Tim on
we
the other
center
side.
Joe in the middle
Tom,
of
you
the
should
shield.
get-
We
you
move
should
over,
get-
move
you
over.
should get a little closer here.
I feel it just doesn't matter.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Smile and get the
Smile
message.
behind your eyes.
Smile with your eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Quick, my glasses.
Big smiles, Lou.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word for
I finally found a mask in my glasses. Thank you.
Do mom and dad want to get a
Thank you,
picture?
guys. Yeah, mom and dad?
Did you get a
Come on
photo?
up.
Yeah.
You can jump in.
Thank you.
Hopefully. Congratulations.
Thanks. Really excited.
Can't wait.
Oh, all right. You want me next to your son?
Yeah, come in here.
In 6 feet apart.
Oh, my one Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, wait, when I take my glasses off.
1, 2, 3. I don't want to say cheese because it's a very serious thing.
It's like, look at the cheese. I have 3 kids.
Sorry.
Everybody-
Sorry.
Okay, there we go. We were-
Sorry.
You guys were convincing over there.
We thought this was just family.
Fantastic.
Okay?
Yay.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll take it outside. We'll take it
Okay.
outside. It's fine.
He's like, all right. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Before we go to number 5, the new 5 and 6, does anyone want to make any comments about the promotion of this officer?
We're going off the agenda, no?
We're going off, I just amended the agenda. Yeah. So I'm wondering if anyone wants to make any comments about our new probationary officer.
I'll start. Just want to say, oh, there you are. Congratulations, and we are so fortunate to have your service and wonderful family, amazing family, who came here tonight. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Excited.
I just wanted to thank you for your service with the ambulance corps and to congratulate you and welcome you on board.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Well, Joe, I always appreciate any lifelong resident who joins our municipal community here. And it's great. We met last year on a preliminary interview when I was on the police committee. So it's good to see you again. And being a lifelong resident, a fellow lifelong resident, it's great to have you on our police force. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and go ahead, Tom.
All right, since we're going bottom to top, I'll make my remarks now before we listen about Joe Benanti. I just want to say as a member of the police committee, I just want to chime in that we're fortunate to have Joe Benanti join our police force. It's nice having a lifelong resident from such an outstanding and close family, and we're very impressed with Joe's initiatives and his many achievements including being a member of volunteer ambulance squad. And Joe, welcome aboard.
Thank you so much.
All right, and then I just want to read something about you, Joe. Joseph is a lifelong resident of Wyckoff. He is a December 2019 President's List graduate from the Camden County College Police Academy and a 2017 graduate of the University of Rhode Island, where he received a Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science and Government. Joseph has recently obtained the following certifications: Bloodborne Pathogens, the Street Smart Cop Proactive Patrol Tactics, Becoming the Title 39 Expert, Motor Vehicle and Traffic Regulations, and Coaching the Emergency Vehicle Operator, which promotes critical thinking during high-pressure driving situations and offers defensive driving techniques. This certification was completed as a current member of the Wyckoff Volunteer Ambulance Corps. Before being offered employment to the Wyckoff Police Department, Joseph was a financial sales consultant. Joseph, congratulations on being appointed. I'm sure you're going to do a wonderful job, and it was a pleasure interviewing you as a member of the police committee and as the police commissioner. I thought you were outstanding, so congratulations.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brady.
Dave, would you like to make any comments? Our
Thank you.
police chief?
Sure thing. Oh, yeah, I'll add is, obviously, Mr. Mayor and the entire council, thank you, obviously, again, for your continued support in keeping us at full staffing, and actually early in getting him into it, getting him trained and ready to go as quick as possible. Unexpected sling on his arm today, but,
Yes.
so we asked the family to wrap him in a little bubble wrap for the next couple of weeks, make sure he gets healed up quickly. But obviously, you can see by his family being here tonight, there's a lot of love
No,
for
it's
Joe.
fantastic.
Those that have been on the police committee know we have a very serious process that we go to, and only a strong rise to the top. So it's a credit to Joe. Moving forward, we look for good things for Joe in his future career. So thank you again to everyone.
All right, thanks.
Thank you,
Good
Chief.
luck to the family.
Very good. And I'm sorry, I kind of mixed up the agenda as we were planning on doing it, and I kind of did go backwards, but we got it done. I read my comments last. I was trying to get the rest of the township committee to do theirs first. So it's what happens when you're running from a football field, watching your son playing. You don't even get through the first half, but he broke up a great pass that would have given them the first down. And he got a nice fist bump from the head coach from the seniors. So it was nice to see. At least I got to see that. But congratulations, thank you. You have a lovely family. Thank you for bringing them out and allowing us to meet them. And before we start doing our next portions of the meeting, which is public comment where people call in, I'm going to give you the ability, if you want, you can have your family, go out and celebrate with you, so you don't have to sit through and listen to the public comments that may be called in. So we'll take a 1-minute break so you guys can gather your stuff and leave. Congratulations.
He told us.
All right, thank you.
We'll see you later.
Here you go. No, I did, and you know what? It was part of me rushing in here from the football field. So that's why I just said what I did. Because I didn't pull everything out. That's why I didn't have everything in front of me. All right, I think they're gone. Let's get this back on. All right, have we confirmed the Finance Committee has reviewed and signed vouchers, and that the mayor and municipal clerk have signed all necessary documents?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, as long as you sign what's on your
Yes,
stuff now.
I will easily do that. That's not a problem. Alrighty. Can I get a motion to open for 10-minute public comment period? 10 minutes public comment, for 2 minutes per speaker for public comment on any governmental issue that a member of the public feels may be of concern to the residents of the Township of Wyckoff.
So moved.
Second,
Mr. Boonstra?
yes.
Ms. Fisher?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mayor Shanley?
Yes. Okay, public comment period is open. If you have comments, call 201-891-7000, extension 222. If anyone has any public comments, call 201-891-7000, extension 222. Oh, here we go, we got public comment. Hello?
Township of Wyckoff.
Hey, this is Jerry Getting. I'm calling about the meeting at 8 o'clock.
Okay, we're at the 7 o'clock work session meeting.
I know, but it says the call, it doesn't say anything about the 8 o'clock. Shall I call back later?
Yes, when the 8 o'clock public comment section is open, that's when you would call back. Just follow it on the YouTube channel, and that way...
I don't know how to, I'm a young guy, I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Well, you actually have to call in when the public comment section is open.
Public comment.
Yeah,
I don't think that's fair because I don't know about YouTube.
Well, you're in public comment right now. So if you have public
really?
comment,
Well, then how am I gonna connect with you at 8 o'clock?
to do that, you would have to follow us live on our YouTube channel. If not, you give your comments now.
How do I get to the live YouTube?
You click on the YouTube link that is on the township website.
Yes?
Yes. You can make the comments now.
Oh, okay.
Just state your name, your
Three
address.
things on my agenda.
State your name, your address, and state your comments now.
Jerome K. Getting, 629 Lowlands Road, Wyckoff, New Jersey. My first thing on my agenda is the school budget. In Ridgewood, they have changed the school budget from October or November to April so that the township people can vote on it. And it was all done by the council in the village of Ridgewood. Why aren't we doing that in Wyckoff? I think there are quite a few people who are upset with the expenditure of the local school board, and we deserve the right to be able to vote yes or no on the budget. So I'd like you to look into changing the vote from November to April. And that way, residents can vote on the budget.
Thank you.
Number two.
Go ahead.
Okay? Number two. The library. Over 6 years ago, the library used to refund about $300,000 a year because they didn't spend $1.5 million plus that the township was giving the library. Now, or required by state law to give to the library. Now, we haven't received any funds since the library got enlarged. And at the time they were enlarging the library, they promised that it wouldn't cost more than 1/2 or one person extra budget. Now, you people have to pass the library budgets eventually, and you are responsible for putting the people on the library. I want to know why we haven't been getting at least $200,000 a year back from the library over the last 6 years. That's $1,200,000. At some place, they are squandering it or stalling it away. And I'd like to have a response to that.
Well, the library board meets tomorrow. You can address the library board in their meeting as well.
Well, that's fine, but don't forget, the library board is based upon you people, and you appoint them, and you approve the library expenditures every year. You
Bob,
know
I don't
that
think
happens.
that's true. Is that correct? You want to respond to this?
Mr. Mayor, the state of New Jersey has determined that the library board, as it relates to taxes, functions as a separate governmental entity, and they have their separate tax rate and their separate levy, which is listed on the tax bill and on the tax duplicate. They receive an automatic increase each year due to a state funding formula.
Well, I don't really know what he said, but
He's basically,
I also would like to know why, since the library is a public entity, they are not publishing their financial reports on a monthly basis and an annual basis.
well, what,
I asked them, I wanted it, and they said I had to fill out one of those forms. I don't think that's correct. It should be public information, and it should be provided at all times. You might check with your township attorney about that. And my third thing is, I don't know how many of you people on the town council are aware of how much the Bergen County is charging Wyckoff for their services. If you don't know, I'll tell you, it's more like 11 million some odd dollars. Now, Wyckoff's budget for a municipality is 11 some odd million dollars. The county charges about 100,000 less than the township budget. So I investigated. Why are they charging us so much? They're charging us based upon the ratables of Wyckoff. Now, let me tell you that Wyckoff is being charged $675.04 per person, per resident, by the county of Bergen for their budget. But the average for the whole county of New Jersey, the average cost is $462.50. So what I'm trying to tell you is we're paying over $200 more per person because of our assessed valuation. Now, I think the council, you have a lot of time to look into these things. We should be looking at why are we being charged this much. It's a state law, and maybe the law has grown too big. Now, as an example, Garfield, municipal budget is $36 million. County charges them $6 million. The population is $30 million. The cost per person is $203. Palisades, the municipal budget is $999 million. The county budget is $7.3 million. The population is 19.6 thousand. Cost per population, $374. Wyckoff, 11 million, municipal budget, 940,000. The county's charging you people 11,270,000. Population 16,696. $675.04 cost per population. Richfield, New Jersey, municipal $22,048. Oh, excuse me, $22,048,000. County, $3,897. Population, 11,032. They're charging, their cost is $350.25 per population. Therefore, the average county population charge is $462.50. We're paying $675.04. It's time you people looked at this stuff and maybe talked and maybe got some of, we have two people that were on your commission, the twin boys, excuse me, the Botsy twins. maybe they should start looking into changing the whole concept of how the towns are charged. They should be charged on population, not on the value of the assets of the township. That is my statement, and I'd like to hear a response at some time in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments. Have a good night.
All right.
All right, is there any other public comment? Call 201-891-7000, extension 222. All right, I don't think there's going to be any other callers. Can I get a motion to close public comment section?
So move.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Ms. Fisher?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mayor Shanley?
Yes. All right, Bob, can we review the 8 PM business meeting agenda, please?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, we can. The agenda in front of you is the agenda that was posted on Friday, October 6th, 16th, with the concurrent posting of resolutions and ordinances to be considered this evening. There are no new additions since Friday. The agenda includes the resolution number 291, which has been requested by the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs for municipalities to adopt concerning guidelines on conducting remote meetings. I'd like to thank Township Attorney Mr. Zondell for his expert assistance and advice on this resolution. We have 3 ordinances on tonight's agenda for introduction. They will have a public hearing and further consideration on Thursday, November 5th. And that's the report on the 8 PM agenda.
Thank you. Do you want to do any review of the policy action items?
Yes, if I can, Mr. Mayor.
Yes,
Just
you may.
have some brief things. The next Township Committee meeting is Thursday, November 5th. I wish to note that my report on Fridays regarding non-essential matters is consistent with the New Jersey DCA guidance that indicates that when we're conducting remote business, we should limit the business to government matters for the continuation of government. I hope you find these reports timely and useful. The good news is that we have been approved for the acquisition of 12 laptops at no cost from the military surplus program. We're still waiting to hear about the thermal imaging cameras. I just wanted to point out that leaf collection started today in District 1. This is an essential core duty of the DPW. It's a significant undertaking. The township collects 35,000 cubic yards of leaves in a short span of the fall. Rain significantly delays the productivity. We have a 7-square-mile town, 105 miles of roads, 5,500 homes. Not everyone can be first. We ask residents to help us help them by monitoring our posts on our website and social media that report what districts the leaf crews are in. And of course, no branches. It can be mixed in with the leaves because the vacuum trucks are not designed to accept branches. We are managing this effort with COVID-19 precautions because we don't want to end up in a position where we cannot provide the service due to the crew's quarantine. The last thing I wanted to mention is yesterday we had a letter from a resident who owns 232 and 234 Madison Avenue. There are 2 lots, 50 feet wide by 125 feet long, requesting to know if the governing body is interested in buying those from her before she advertises those for sale. I have some information that we provided to you regarding that. I suspect the use would be for a parking lot at the most. I don't know if you want to consider that or to me to carry it to the next meeting. She wants $1.5 million.
Does anyone have any comments on that?
Sure. I I think, more than the township would be willing. I don't want to waste anybody's time. That doesn't seem to be within the price range of properties that we typically acquire for the township.
My only comment would be that, I just saw this, I don't know that much about it. I have no background, no feelings, I respect Ms. Rubenstein's expert opinion, but I don't know, maybe there's something strategic and I don't, for us to talk about it without any background,
Right.
or maybe it's not so easy.
Yeah, Bob, maybe we can get some more background information on it and maybe put it on to discuss next meeting?
Okay. Any additional information other than what I've provided, please let me know and I will acquire that
Will
for
do.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if she has an appraisal of the land or anything like that, I would certainly like to hear it, but, on face value, it doesn't seem to be something that the township would necessarily want to pursue.
I was unaware of this. I did not drive by it. In my mind's eye, there is a building on that property. Am I not correct?
You're correct.
I guess it's one home on the two lots. Did I get that right?
Yeah, I believe you're correct, but
Okay.
I need to look at it a little better than what I have.
But it's not
done.
open land. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, all right, why don't we?
That
I would be
actually
guided-
makes it less valuable to us because then demolition costs would be
Yeah.
involved and it's, I don't see the township needing a $2 million piece of land.
I would defer to,
I'd say too, if it's two lots that are 50 feet wide each, they're undersized, they would merge, so what she's really selling is one lot.
And what's the zoning
Yeah.
on that piece of property?
What's the what?
The zoning,
That's
the B1A.
That's the B1A, but
B1A.
the lot, the width of the lots have to be larger than.
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would be guided by Committee Woman Rubenstein. She did a pretty good job over on Timorous Day before us.
All right,
So, but we can have a look at it.
okay.
Okay, that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. We'll move on then to reports of the township committee. I will start down with Beth. Beth, you have anything to report?
Sure. I deferred my meeting, my report from the last meeting, so this is kind of old news, but I did want, just to have it on the record, I wanted to thank the township and the DPW for organizing the Shred Fest. It was very well organized, and it's always a much appreciated service to our residents. Also, the Team Up to Tidy Up was a very successful event. I went to 4 different locations throughout the weekend, and I'm kind of happy to report that it didn't seem to be as much litter as in years past. It might be time of the year that we did it, or I'm not sure what contributed to that, but thank you to all the volunteers who helped with that, and to Junior Commissioner Ashley Parks for designing the t-shirts. I attended in September the virtual Wyckoff Environmental Commission Green Team meeting. The junior commissioners announced their projects, and it sounds like they have a lot of really interesting things going on. And I'm pleased to be helping one of the junior commissioners advertise and facilitate the Bag It movie, which is helping to wrap up the Sustainable Jersey grant. So hopefully that will be a big success and well-attended Zoom virtual event on the 28th of October. Attended the September and October Chamber of Commerce meetings. I just want to commend all the businesses for their very creative ways to adjusting to these unusual times. And thank you to them for organizing the upcoming Halloween event. I met with Sabrina Adams, who is working on her Silver Award. I wanted to thank Scott Fisher for meeting us at the Gardens of Wyckoff. She will be putting 2 Mason bee houses up at the gardens. The Historic Preservation Commission met. We've identified 14 homes or structures that are currently on the National, State, and County Registry, looking to designate them as Wyckoff Historic Landmarks to protect and preserve those properties. I didn't get to thank Partners in Pride, but wanted to thank them for the donation of the flagpole at the Larkin House and for all the time that they spend cleaning up. I know they had proposed putting in some no littering signs. Apparently they're kind of out and about and see what happens out there. So I want to thank them for keeping the town clean and planting all the pots. And the Board of Ed K-8 met last night virtually. They met in person, but it was not open to the public. They have successfully moved into phase 2 of their hybrid plan, and they have reported that there has been some shifts of people attending in person. So it's now up to 89.5 people are in person, and 10.5 have elected to remain remote. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Tom?
I only have one committee report, but before I do that, I just wanted to comment on the input from the public. I know that Melissa Rubenstein and I, the last 3 years, have emphasized that our budget time, when we talk about what percent our precious tax dollars go to various components. So Mr. Getty was correct, 14% of the tax dollars goes to the county. Coincidentally, 14% of your tax dollars go to the municipal town of Wyckoff. The rest goes to the schools, 70% to the schools, and you have a couple of percent that goes to the library. But his point is interesting. It's frustrating because people always say, including us, that if 14% of your tax dollars goes to the town, 14% goes to the county, what do we get from the county? So I think it was valid that he brought that up. I know the way they extend it, and I know they had a substantial increase in our taxes this year, while everybody was trying to toe the line, including Wyckoff, and we had not only no increase, but we had a reduction in our budget. So that's my only comment. It just seemed fresh. He just brought it up, so I just wanted to comment on that. Rec board meeting was last night, and there was extensive discussion on the winter sports activity. I'll go through it briefly. Wrestling is in the winter. No chance that will happen. So there'll be no wrestling this winter. There's no access. That's always done at Rampa High School, and they're under their own guidelines and standards, so there's no access into the Rampa building, so no wrestling. Basketball, currently they're waiting for the K-8 Board of Education to find out. They have not committed to letting our basketball players play on Saturdays, and if there's no Saturdays, then that's going to be an issue. Second is issues with the grammar schools, gyms that are grammar school gyms, and that's during the week, and we don't have any input or finalization currently from the K-8. In any event, per Governor Murphy's directive, should we be fortunate to be able to play basketball, no spectators were allowed in the buildings. So that is another component. Obviously, we're trying to get the kids to play in a safe environment, expend themselves. It's noted that between the 5th and 6th and 7th and 8th graders, there's over 300 kids that play basketball, and 3rd or 4th graders is 160 youngsters that are playing. So right now, that's we're waiting to get some feedback from the K-8 school board. Travel basketball, no travel basketball. Okay, so issue getting into the building. This is, we use Eastern Christian, and the other requirement is nobody outside of Wyckoff would be allowed in the building. And since it's travel, they play teams from outside of Wyckoff, so you couldn't get in there. So there's no travel basketball. Roller hockey is outside. Roller hockey is a go. K-3 is a go. On the older kids, we're just waiting for 6 to 7 other towns that want it, just to reconfirm. So they're trying to work that out with the roller hockey, which is outside. We did chat a couple other things, the extended camps that we've done to our small young people, which is a private group that we contract every year, that's gotta continue. So they meet outside, they meet in the fields, they do arts and crafts, they do multi-sports and chess and things like that. So fortunately, that program's continuing with the very young. And there's a possibility for our high school basketball rec league, all right? And the thought process was brought up was maybe on a Saturday afternoon outside. There's 100 youngsters that participate in that, high schoolers. So they're hoping maybe to put something together there. The rec department was sending out, and I confirmed they did send out, had recommended the email today, this afternoon, to all the parents, because parents really were trying to wait and find out what was going on. They wanted to have this rec board meeting just to firm things up. But I was told that went out to parents this afternoon, and that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Melissa?
Sure. Actually just found out something like a few minutes ago that's pretty cool for Wyckoff. NJB Magazine, New Jersey Business Magazine, just named Wyckoff the #3 town to live in New Jersey. So it's pretty amazing. That's it's a pretty big honor for Wyckoff. We were only behind Westfield and Montclair, also big feeders from people coming from the city and Hoboken, but to have us named #3 out of all the towns in New Jersey is just a really big deal and something to be really proud of. So congratulations to Wyckoff and all of its residents. Zoning board met this past week on the 15th. Sorry, I'm just pulling up. There were several homes, resolutions that were memorialized and passed. 349 Voorhees, new construction, 105 Sheldon, second story, 541 Helena, an addition, 396 Carriage, covered patio, 383 Lehigh, porch, and 388 Cornell, roof over the front door landing. There were also new applications for 74 Yale for a portico and 71 Harding for an attic dormer that were introduced. So basically, business as usual, nothing out of the ordinary for zoning board. I also attended Team Up to Tidy Up. It was nice to see so many children out there and cleaning up town. I agree with what Beth said. There wasn't very much trash to pick up, which is a really good thing. And that is my report.
Thank you. Rudy?
Thank you, Mayor. I too attended the Historic Preservation Commission meeting, which I might add was live in this room and was successfully held. Beth covered the particulars of it, so thank you, Beth. I attended the September Chamber of Commerce meeting. It was a good meeting. I also participated in Team Up to Tidy Up, which was a big success, and I think everyone noticed that there was noticeably less recyclables and garbage to pick up. It was interesting this year. I don't know if that's the time of the year or why that was. Anyway, the flagpole at the Larkin House that the Partners in Pride are generously donating. I think I thanked them last year, but I want to also reiterate my appreciation to them as Beth did. We were supposed to install the pad for the flagpole last Friday, but it was rained out, and we're waiting for Gates to give us a rescheduled date. The Partners in Pride are also donating some Don't Litter signs around town. I think 3 of them, am I correct, Beth? Mm-hmm. And that's been given to the traffic safety officer to check on the locations. I think he's gonna report through the police committee for that to come back to us here, because we have to approve it. Planning board last week approved 2 applications. One was the Galasso application on Wyndham Court North. It's an industrial building. It's been on the agenda since last fall. It's been postponed due to the COVID situation. They're having expanded parking, which is good. a pretty robust screening program, which the neighbors are okay with. In fact, that some are very happy with. The applicant is cleaning up a lot of dead and dying underbrush and trees, which will be an improvement. Moving the solid waste container out of the stream setback area to another part of the property, and putting screening around that, and also adding a cardboard recycling container to the waste pickup. So that's all good. But more importantly, there will be an impediment to the open waterway, namely the Hohokus Brook, which runs behind this property. It will be removed. And it will improve the flow of the Hohokus Brook, make our stormwater management easier to manage. And I'd like to commend the planning board for staying with this and having the applicant accomplish this removing this impediment, which actually protects the township. It's good for the township, so that's always important too on these land use applications. There was also a very interesting application on the planning board last week on Zachary Court. It was Harry Sugarman's former house, and the homeowner bought a piece of property from his neighbor in the rear, who was actually in North Haledon, whose lot extends way deep from his house into Wyckoff. And the Wyckoff resident bought 21,000 square feet of that lot and attached it to the 62,000 square foot lot that his home sits on, for a total of 83,000 square feet he has there, which is substantial. And the planning board approved a minor subdivision to accomplish this. It was really an interesting application. Don't you agree, Tim?
Yes.
It really kind of was.
It was, and
Yeah.
it was well done.
Yeah.
With masks and,
Yeah.
social distancing, that we were able to get that done. That application had been on the agenda since I got on the planning board on January 1st.
Yep. Okay, the DPW. The traffic speed calming signs are all installed, I'm told, they finished today, so they're all up. The footings for the pedestrian/student crossing signs by the schoolhouses will be poured Thursday, weather permitting. And once the concrete footings are in, then the DPW next week can get busy on installing those signs near the schools for the crossings, safe crossing of the students and other pedestrians. As Bob mentioned, fall leaf cleanup began yesterday. Environmental Commission met last night. I was not able to zoom in. I think the only thing really that was of substance Beth mentioned, which is the Baggett film, which will be shown next week. Is that on the town's website, or is that a Zoom thing, or what? Do we know? In case
It's a
anyone's
Zoom.
listening.
It is
It's a
Zoom.
Zoom.
It's Zoom, okay.
It's a live event.
Okay.
It is on the Environmental Commission's section of
Okay.
the town website.
Okay. That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. You've covered the planning board. The only thing I would make a comment about the planning board applicant. The applicant worked very well with the neighbors who had issues about, screening the building.
You're talking about Galasso Enterprises.
Yeah, Galasso Enterprises worked with every single one of the neighbors that came up about, issues about maybe not wanting to see what is on that property, even though it's a permitted use. So he worked very well, I believe he's already working on putting in the screening shrubbery of green giant arborvitaes before we even memorialize that resolution. So I just want to commend the property owner for actually working with the neighbors who
Yeah, you're
are
correct. He
affected
reached
by
out
it.
to the neighbors to find a solution.
Yes, so that's my only comment. I don't have anything else to report, other than I did get our numbers in during this meeting from Bergen County, and one of the things we have to just be careful about is we are starting to see spikes throughout the state in positives. The good thing is even though there's hospitalizations are increasing, the deaths are not increasing, which is a good sign. It shows that our medical professionals have learned a lot since this started in March about how to treat the virus so that we're not having as many did in March and April and May. So hopefully that'll continue. But we did get our new numbers tonight. We have 8 new positives since Friday. We're now up to 432 positives since the start of this. Franklin Lakes has 4. They're up to 233. Oakland had 4 as well. That's the flow numbers. So 4, 4, and 8. The Bergen County since Friday has gone up 415, which is sort of what's starting to happen around the state in numerous counties. 5 counties were over 100 for the last couple days, including Essex, Hudson, Passaic. So we just got to remain vigilant and make sure we continue to wear our masks, because the masks will help us stop the spread. And that's it. And I will do my report tonight when the meeting's over, but I will move on now to the report of the township attorney.
No, Tim, I just wanted to make one point. I
Sure.
wanted to thank everyone in the town who put a priority on giving flu vaccinations to our first responders. In some cases, when they have no health insurance, they're given at no cost. And vaccinating against the flu is what they say is going to be one of the things to get us through this winter. So I'm really glad that the town put a priority on that for our first responders. So thank you.
Yeah, and it'd be great if everybody could get the flu vaccine. Right now, I know they have a shortage of it. There's a lot of the pharmacies in town ran out of it over the weekend. So hopefully they could get more flu vaccine in so that we can all get it. And we'll now move on to our township attorney for his report.
Sure, real quick, I've got a site meeting on Fall Court on Thursday with the neighborhood property owners there to discuss the feasibility of the agreement for the sewer extension. Mark will be there, the homeowner's engineer who designed the plan will be there. Hopefully they'll walk through and answer any questions and get that project.
What time is that, Rob?
Say it again?
What time was that?
Thursday, I think at 3 o'clock.
Thank you.
Yeah, Thursday, 3. You have before you the, yeah, 3 o'clock. You have before you the 2 agreements with the Torpedo Soccer Club. There are some minor changes made. I don't need to go into closed session for it. If you guys have questions, you can ask them now if you want to kind of address the comment that Melissa brought up at the last meeting, referring to the monies now as mandatory contributions. After I had a discussion with Diana, I thought that was better, so that's the verbiage we're using. Bob had me put in a clause to both agreements that said that the Torpedoes representative coaches will receive training with respect to the protection of children, which they already do, but we want to make sure that that continues. And then 2 of the whereas clauses were amended to reflect the actual language that's in their bylaws, which is the purpose of the club and why it was created. But other than that, the meat of it stays the same.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I have.
Very good. We're about 2 minutes away from our 8 o'clock meeting. Can I get a motion to adjourn the work session?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes?
Ms. Fisher?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mayor Shanley?
Yes. We're now 1 minute away. If anybody needs to use the restroom, now's the time.
Yeah.
we have somebody calling in for the invocation?
No, Mr. Bush has agreed to do it.
Okay, very good, that's awesome. Rudy, you're gonna be our clergy.
I will be,
Thank you.
I will be glad to pray for much tonight. There's a lot to pray about.
Yeah, we definitely do.
What's going on?
All right. All right, ready? We're still live, right? I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Wyckoff Township Committee to order. Flag salute, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Rudy, can you do the invocation for us,
I would
please?
be pleased to. Bow your heads, please. God in heaven, we come into your presence tonight to ask much of you, but there is nothing too much that can be asked of you, Lord, so we come humbly to ask these things. First, Lord, we ask for your protection and your watchfulness on any of those in our community or our state or our nation who are afflicted by this newest round of the COVID virus. Please watch over them, protect them, and bring them back to good health. Lord, we also pray for our nation and our town and our state in these upcoming weeks in which momentous decisions will be made. We ask for tranquility and serenity and guidance in the decisions that we make as a nation. We place it in your hands, Lord, knowing that you can accomplish these things. Finally, Lord, we ask for your guidance on our deliberations at this meeting here tonight, where we consider the business of our township, and we ask this all in your name. Amen.
Thank you. Nancy, reading of the Open Public Meetings Act, please.
Please take notice that in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4 through 6 et sec, and in consideration of Executive Order Number 103 issued by Governor Murphy on March 9, 2020, declaring a state of emergency in the state of New Jersey, the Township Committee of the Township of Wyckoff does hereby notify the public that to protect the health, safety, and welfare of our citizens while ensuring the continued functioning of government, the meeting of the Township Committee of the Township of Wyckoff scheduled for 8 p.m. Tuesday, October 20th, 2020 at Wyckoff Town Hall, 340 Franklin Avenue, Wyckoff, New Jersey, 07481, will be conducted via the Township of Wyckoff's YouTube channel, and members of the public may call 201-891-7000, extension 222, should they wish to provide public comment during the 8 p.m. public comment period. Members of the public may also email their public comments to wyckoffclerk@wyckoff-nj.com before 4 p.m. on the date of the meeting. These comments will be read at the meeting during the public comment period. These measures are implemented to allow members of the public to observe the meeting via live streaming and to provide the public the ability to comment before the meeting through written comments and during the meeting for public comment during the meeting. Due to the COVID-19 public health emergency, members of the public will not have access to Town Hall. This notice and agenda have been posted on the front door of Town Hall facing Franklin Avenue and on the Township's homepage, wyckoff-nj.com, at the quick link for minutes and agendas on Friday, October 16, 2020. Please select Township Committee and locate the date of the meeting to view documents such as resolutions and ordinances which would otherwise be made available. General instructions regarding access to the meeting will be posted on the Wyckoff website's homepage at wyckoff-nj.com as a news item on Friday, October 16, 2020 at 4:30 p.m. To view the live stream Township Committee meeting, please access the YouTube link, which will be posted on the Wyckoff website's homepage at wyckoff-nj.com as a news item immediately prior to the commencement of the meeting at approximately 6:55 p.m. on October 20th, 2020. To be notified of all future live stream Township meetings, please create a YouTube account and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Township of Wyckoff. In the event the YouTube platform modifies its connectivity protocols and does not announce these critical changes again in the future, instructions on how to view each meeting via Zoom technology will be posted at the news section of the Township's homepage, wyckoff-nj.com, before 7:10 p.m. This second method of conducting remote meetings is provided to ensure the continuity of government when platforms which the township does not control establish unannounced changes and will only be utilized if it is not possible to conduct the meeting via live stream on YouTube. As a precaution for this Plan B, the following instructions are provided. Please locate the link on the news item announcing the Township Committee meeting on the homepage of our website, or use this link for the October 20th, 2020 work session and business meeting set to begin at 7 p.m. This regular work session meeting of the Wyckoff Township Committee, this regular business meeting of the Wyckoff Township Committee is now in session. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this meeting appears on our annual schedule of meetings. A copy of said annual schedule has been posted on the bulletin board in Memorial Town Hall. A copy has been filed with the municipal clerk, as well as the Record, the Ridgewood News, and the North Jersey Herald and News, all newspapers having a general circulation throughout the Township of Wyckoff. At least 48 hours prior to this meeting, the agenda thereof was similarly posted, filed, and emailed to said newspapers.
Thank you. Can I get a roll call of the Township Committee members?
Mr. Boonstra?
Here.
Ms. Fisher?
Here.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Here.
Mr. Madigan?
Yeah.
Mayor Shanley?
Here. Can I get a motion for public comment period, 5 minutes per speaker, for public comment on any governmental issue that a member of the public feels may be of concern to the residents of the Township of Wyckoff?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Ms. Fisher?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mayor Shanley?
Yes. Public comment section is now open. If you have public comments, please call 201-891-7000, extension 222. Yeah.
We can make a motion to close public comment.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Ms. Fisher?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mayor Shanley?
Yes. Can I get a motion for approval of the October 12th, 2020 Township Committee work session and regular business meeting minutes, please?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Ms. Fisher?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mayor Shanley?
Yes. Okay,
All matters listed below are considered by the Township Committee to be routine in nature. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If any discussion is desired by the Township Committee, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Resolution number 20-287, payment of bills. Number 20-288, authorized redemption of tax sale certificate number 17 00005, block 377.02, lot 51 for 444 William Way. Number 20-289, return of certain overpaid taxes, etc. Number 20-290, acceptance of donation flagpole at Memorial Synthetic Turf Field. Number 20-291, procedures for remote public meetings held during a public emergency. Mr. Chairman, I also have ordinances for introduction. I have ordinance number 1922 for introduction, an ordinance to provide a certain capital improvement in the Township of Wyckoff and to provide for the receipt, acceptance, and deposit of Bergen County funds therefore, and to authorize appropriations of $51,298.50. Mr. Chairman, I also have ordinance number 1923 for introduction, an ordinance authorizing the Township of Wyckoff to extend the lease of real property together with improvements thereon to the Wyckoff Torpedoes Soccer Club, Inc. for public purposes for the term of 10 years with a 10-year option pursuant to the Local Lands and Buildings Law, NJSA 12.1 et sec. And, Mr. Chairman, I also have ordinance number 1924 for introduction. An ordinance authorizing the Township of Wyckoff to execute an agreement to allow the use of real property, together with improvements thereon, to the Wyckoff Torpedoes Soccer Club, Inc., for public purpose for the term of 10 years pursuant to the local lands and buildings law, NJSA 40A-12.1 et sec. And a motion authorizing a proclamation recognizing Girl Scouts in Troop Number 24 for helping Valley Hospital healthcare workers. May I have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Ms. Fisher?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mayor Shanley?
Yes. Okay, I'm going to read the proclamation which we just approved for Wyckoff Girl Scout Troop 70024. Okay, whereas Wyckoff Girl Scout Troop 70024, consisting of Natalie Ambrosi, a senior at Indian Hills High School, Eva Sakalaidis, a senior at Indian Hills High School, Tara Sproa, a senior at Ramapo High School, are guided by Lisa Ambrose from Wyckoff. And whereas on March 31st, 2020, the troop responded to a Facebook plea from a nurse at Valley Hospital for headbands to alleviate the pain caused by the elastics that rub behind the ears of the healthcare workers wearing masks all day. And whereas the troop creatively designed and made 200 masks, sewing on buttons on two sides for the elastics to eliminate the discomfort of elastics rubbing directly on the ears, and delivered them to Valley Hospital on April 5th, 2020. Whereas the troops' efforts were reported in the North Jersey media, featured by New Jersey Governor Murphy and national news outlets. Whereas these civic-minded young women next went on to make 500 more headbands and distributed them to Valley Hospital, St. Joseph's Medical Center, Dispatch Health, and Christian Healthcare Center. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Township Committee of the Township of Wyckoff, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that Natalie Ambrose, Eva Sakalaidis, Tara Sproa, and leader Lisa Ambrose are recognized for their extraordinary efforts which greatly assisted our healthcare heroes. Congratulations, ladies. Does anyone have any comments about the Wyckoff Girl Scout troop? Go ahead. Go ahead, Tom.
I just want to say congratulations to our 3 Girl Scouts, Natalie, Eva, and Tara. And great effort on behalf of their leader, who guided them through this process, Lisa Ambrose. And I know it's Lisa's birthday today, so happy birthday, Lisa Ambrose.
Yes, happy birthday, Lisa, if you're watching.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank the girls and congratulate them. I mean, to stick with Girl Scouting till they're seniors really speaks to their commitment and character, and for Lisa to serve as their leader for this long. I think a lot of the tenets of Girl Scouts really were demonstrated by them stepping up and giving back. So congratulations, well deserved.
Yeah, I'll chime into that. It's really pretty extraordinary effort that they put into this at a very difficult time. So I give all the folks, the ladies or girls involved, a lot of credit. Big time.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Having pre-Girl Scout, I have a brownie, and I see how much time, especially the moms and the troop leaders, devote towards creating programs for these girls and really dedicating themselves. So to the leaders and to the Girl Scouts, congratulations, and it's always nice to be recognized like this as well.
Thank you. Do we have any other comments before I ask for a motion to adjourn? All right, if not, motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes?
Ms. Fisher?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mayor Shanley?
Yes. thank you.
Yeah, let's go across the street.
Yeah. I want to see Robert.
Very efficient.
One second. We're gonna-